Hi, I'm Peter Travers, movie critic for Rolling Stone, and I'm here to talk about what's going on at the movies. And what's going on are movies that want Oscars. Oscar, 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 Oscar. It's going to be that way for the next couple of weeks, so get used to it. But I'm going to start with the most entertaining of the Oscar-begging movies, and that would be Gran Torino, starring Clint Eastwood. In case you don't know, Clint Eastwood has won 2 Oscars for directing, 2 for producing. But the guy, at the age of 78, has never won an Oscar for acting. And this is his chance in a year where everybody, like Sean Penn, who he helped win an Oscar for Mystic River, Clint is out there. And he's playing a hard ass. He's playing a movie that's a tribute to every hard ass he ever played. The character's name is Walt Kowalski. His wife has just died. He's living near Detroit, near the poor old rundown Ford plant. And he's living in a neighborhood that is being taken over by Asians, by blacks, by every racist group in the world, and he hates them all. He is angry. Everything about him makes him do this. I talked to Clint Eastwood recently, and I asked him where he got Walt's voice, where he goes, because I thought it was Christian Bale in Batman, and he said, "Are you kidding? I got that voice out of The Exorcist." And believe me, when Clint Eastwood sits down and looks at somebody and goes, you're scared. In the movie, he's got this 1972 Ford Torino in his garage. He's had it since 1972. So you know one of these gangs are just going to get to that. And Clint's going to get angrier. And he does get angry. But I'm not going to tell you anything else. He directed it. He stars in it. It's like a valedictory to every mean son of a bitch he's ever played. Look, Gran Torino made my day. It'll make yours. Okay, so what's the next Oscar contender up there? This one's called The Reader. And The Reader is based on a book that was extremely controversial and popular in Germany. And it stars Kate Winslet as a woman who is living in the 50s in Germany, in Berlin. And she meets this 15-year-old boy who she proceeds to have a cougar-like affair with. You might think, well, what does this have to do with reading? What it has to do with is that boy, played by David Cross, gets older, wants to become a lawyer, and finds out that this woman he's had a summer affair with and that he's loved passionately is on trial because she was a Nazi SS guard during the war. And the movie asks the questions, what about guilt by association? What happens when we love somebody who turns out to be a monster, somebody we just didn't know? Ralph Fiennes plays the boy as an older man, and I don't want to give too much away about it. It's really provocative. It's actually a little remote, but at the same time, Kate Winslet is one of these great actresses who has 2 movies this year. Revolutionary Road comes next, but I'm not going to say anything about that for a couple of weeks. So The Reader, provocative, Clint Eastwood. What's the last one? The last one is called Doubt. And you want acting? You've got Meryl Streep and Philip Seymour Hoffman, 2 of the best actors on the planet. This is a Pulitzer Prize-winning play. So what do they play? Well, Meryl Streep is a nun, principal of a school, and Philip Seymour Hoffman is a priest that she suspects of molesting one of the young boys in the school. Therefore, there's doubt. There's no real proof. These 2 go at each other like you can't believe. This is, I think, one of the best movies of the year, and to watch Hoffman and Streep go at it, just terrific.
You are single-handedly holding this parish back.
What are you doing in this school?
All right, Scumbucket time. You might think that there's nothing worthy of Scumbucket time in such an Oscar period, but you'd be wrong. Here's a movie out there called Nothing Like the Holidays. It's another one of those Christmas movies that gets very sappy and serious in the end. I was going to mention the actors, but I'm going to give them a break because, you know, they're good and they're just not good in this movie. There's always in these holiday movies some family member who's dying of cancer that brings everybody together for this period. It's a cheap trick. The movie doesn't work. It's going in there with the Chihuahuas. I'm sorry. So Chihuahuas, welcome to Nothing Like the Holidays. And I want to go out just doing my own little tribute to Clint Eastwood again, who doesn't belong in anyone's scumbucket, and just go. And I'm Peter Travers.